You buried the child to survive, but that child is your way back. As we progress through life, we are told you're an adult now, but the word adult has a negative connotation to it. A lot of people are unaware of this. The word adult comes from the Latin word adultus, which means grown or mature. In this context, it means to grow up or to mature from adolescence. But in English, the word adult often implies exposure to sin, sexuality, or other worldly corruptive vices. The word adulterate comes from the Latin word adulterare, which means to pollute, corrupt, or defile, commonly used for something that was pure in its essence, but had impurities added and mixed with it. There's this quote from the Bible which I really love, in which Jesus says, "Unless you turn and become like little children, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven." That wasn't about regression, it was psychological invitation to return to presence, to joy, to sincerity. We also have this really nice quote from the Buddha in which in it he says, "With a mind free of longing, a mind cleansed of wrongdoing, one finds peace like a child at rest." Most of us didn't choose to bury our true selves. It happened through years of pain, rejection, shame, and guilt. The nervous system learned to shut down any parts of us that leaves us too vulnerable. In neuroscience, we call this adaptive survival, where the amygdala takes over and protects the child and tells the body, expressing your emotions is danger, fear, run away, hide any emotions. This causes a child to become a people pleaser, a perfectionist, numb. What we consider a mature and grown individual is a child who is stuck in a freeze response in disguise. And that's why the statues of the Buddha are usually children. If you really look at them, even if it's a big statue of a Buddha, it's usually sculpted in the shape of a child. And what's also interesting is that Jesus didn't say be powerful, he said become childlike, because that's your true authentic self. Which is why when we see children, we are really drawn to them, because they are mirrors and they show us what we used to be and what we can also become. Trauma isn't what happens to you, it's what happens inside you. It's what severs the connection to your authentic self. In the process of individuation, Carl Jung talks about reclaiming your authentic self by becoming that young child once again. With our current understanding of psychology, we can see how, as individuals grow older, they hide and bury their true self and are unable to become authentic because that small child is being imprisoned. Children represent our unconscious, openness to experience, connection to spirituality. This is your call to go deep within and tend to the wounds of that young child who didn't receive the love, the attention, the care. Now is your time to reclaim that child and integrate him back to your life. Society usually mocks people who are authentic because they represent what they could have been and what they can't become because they're unable and unwilling to go deep within and find out more about their childhood. They worship sophistication in an attempt to inflate their ego, but simplicity is the ultimate sophistication.